Guys, Dan Hendriksen here, we're at Torquay Golf Club. We're in the studio today and we're going to be reviewing the Srixon ZX Hybrid. Lots of good talk about this product. We're going to put it out on the golf course, put it to the test, put it into sort of game environment. We're also going to bring it into the studio, get some numbers from both Lester and Lee, along with myself, give you some ideas on the spec, the tech on it, how it's going to look, how it's going to perform for us. Don't forget, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We've got loads more golf content coming your way. But let's get out and test this hybrid out. We've made our way out onto the golf course and you're looking particularly cold.
I'm okay. Winter has arrived.
I am particularly
We are
cold
wrapped up nicely. As I said, windy conditions.
Gusty.
So we're going to have to try and manage the ball flight of this hybrid, aren't we?
My forte, this is
First hole, 204 yards, but it's playing 193 downhill, obviously.
I think I'm going to hit a hybrid.
Well, I think that's all you've got.
I might hit a Srixon hybrid.
Srixon hybrid. Okay, right. Are we having a nearest the pin? Should we have a little nearest the pin?
You won't reach, will you?
Okay. Did you not see
the challenge? The challenge. Okay, so let's have a little nearest the pin on the first. Nice lie. Nice lie. How is that hybrid looking down by the ball?
Oh, it's a classic.
For someone who's not really a big fan of hybrids.
No. It looks okay. I like it. Quite like the shape of it.
Yeah.
I quite like this sort of top line is slightly higher than the bottom. They've got like a little ridge here, which is quite nice. I like that curve.
That's going to help you just launch it maybe just that little bit higher.
It just looks quite pleasant.
Okay, and visuals as in like, because it's not a matte, it's more of a glossy finish, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it. It looks nice.
What about if you flip it over? If you flip it over, what is that from a shelf appeal as a retail as you are, Bernie? How's that? Are people picking that up?
I think so. It's got a nice bit of red and white lipstick on it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite nice. It's not too much information on there. Quite like the fact the Srixon's at a side angle. Yeah. That's the in vogue thing, isn't it? Yeah. Rather than across.
Yeah. Okay. Right, well, let's see it then. This is into wind off the left-hand side, isn't it? So it's going to be a challenge. You're going to start it up the left and just let it drift back.
Oh, I've got some clothes on today.
You've got a few layers on there, Bernie, haven't you?
You watch this.
Okay, we're looking forward to this.
Hybrid specialist. This is definitely my forte.
Oh yeah, oh my word. That is proper bottom groove, that.
Look at that on the green though.
Wow, yeah, well that's probably going to win, if I'm honest. That is probably going to win.
I just kept it under the clouds and under the trees and under the ground.
So visually though, looking down though, it was good, yeah?
I like the look of it, yeah. Just as we all know, I'm not a fan of hybrids. I don't carry one. No. I don't like hybrids generally, but this is the best one I've seen.
How is the bottom groove?
The bottom groove is alright, to be fair. It worked quite well, yeah.
It came out very low launch. Yep. Didn't really rise a great deal, did it? So it's actually,
I'd like to have another go at it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, we will do in a minute. We'll let you have another go. But first impressions, bottom groove, lovely.
Great bottom groove.
There is the ball of Lee Whitaker Golf.
There it is.
Now you do use a hybrid, so how does this compare to what you're used to, and do you like it?
I love the look of it, but with the face I can't decide whether it's trying to look like an iron or a wood.
Okay.
It looks a little bit like it's hedging its bets. You know how you can get some hybrids that have the high toe and they're designed to look a little bit like an iron? Yeah. I can't decide whether this one's trying to look like an iron or a wood.
It's kind of hybrid-y, isn't it? You know?
Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought, eh?
But down at the ball, I think it looks lovely. Yeah. Really nice.
Okay. You don't mind the little ridge on the top of it, on the top of the crown there?
No, it doesn't bother me at all.
No?
No. I'm more worried about it coming off the face than the crown.
Okay, well let's see if you can get it on the green, because Bernie's on there. Bernie has been playing all the golf today.
Right, so Lester's tested the bottom groove and I'll see how it comes out with his...
Yeah, let's try and let's hit it.
You didn't let me finish my sentence, did you?
Let's try and see.
And
Are you two rifting already?
No, I just want to watch this.
We'll see how it is.
Watch the road. Watch that road.
So I'm going to try and fade it in.
Cool, he did start it on the road, didn't he? And that is fading, but is that going to be enough, Bernie? Oh, he's got it over the bunker. That is a well manoeuvred golf ball, sir.
quite used to doing that.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
That was Bernie. You mean Bernie was impressed with that? Bernie was impressed with that. Where did you strike it, Lee?
Probably a little bit out of the heel.
Yeah, well that helped probably.
So I like to, when it's into wind and left to right, I like to ride the wind as opposed to try and fight it. I can easily slice a ball or fade a ball, so using that wind for me is comforting, and that came off really nicely.
So you, Lester liking the bottom groove, you're liking the heel.
If you could hit the middle, it'd be lovely.
Let's get some feedback out the middle, shall we?
Do you like this club?
So for me, I'm not a big fan of the detailing on the top. I like it to be nice and clean on top. I don't want to see ridges and sort of different types of things on top of clubs. So for me, it's a little bit, from a profile point of view, not sure I like that. But going back to what you're saying, Lee, does it look like a hybrid or does it look like a wood or an iron? I would say it's more of a wood feel to me. So it's definitely a little bit more stretched back, so I feel like I've got a bit more help there.
Okay.
I don't dislike it. If I take my eyes away from the sort of top and I look more on the face, I kind of like what I'm looking at, to be honest with you. I could happily play with this club based on just on the looks.
Right, let's see what it's like out the middle then, Dan.
Well, let's try, shall we? Ride in the wind, that's right.
It's wide in the wind, missed right that one.
So high. I'm not going to hit the green there and definitely not going to win that part, but height wise absolutely fantastic. Looks from the bottom of it, so shelf appeal when I look down at it. If that was on the shelf, would that kind of jump out at me? I'm not sure it would. I think it kind of looks a little bit, the colours on it maybe look a little bit on the cheaper side. But that is out there. I definitely don't think from this part here it looks that way, but certainly from looking at it on the shelf, looking at that, it kind of the colours maybe just a little bit on the cheaper side, but height wise no problem with that. Feel off the club, pretty good. 3 balls then, Bernie.
Yep.
That's you back there on the green. Lee, you're here. Yep. Just literally just over that bunker. Thought you might have just got on the green there.
Thought
but
I
it's just
snuck
short.
on.
And then I have missed the green. I was in just short of that tee over there on the right hand side. So is obviously Lester's the winner because he's hit the green.
1 up.
So you have hit a 1 up. You've got a nice 1 up. Nice little cutty shot you hit in there, Bernie.
No, it was horrendous.
Was it a bit low?
I'd have rather hit a 4 iron in, to be honest.
Yeah, I know.
And I'd have got better results.
We're not testing 4 irons, we're testing hybrids, you know.
It wasn't a very good shot. Lee should win on the strike.
But the good thing is that even though it was a bad shot from your standards, it still got on the green. So that's got but we've got to take some positives from the actual club. The club is probably helping you there, whereas maybe the 4 iron wouldn't have helped you. What do you think?
No pleasing him, is there?
Not today. The end result is you have got a 1 up lead.
Yeah.
So that is so. Take the positives from it. Take the positives from it.
Pictures on the scorecard, Bernie.
That's a good job, isn't it, Lee?
Yeah, it really is.
Right, on to the next. So just before we head over to our next little challenge with this Srixon Hybrid, let's just take you back to the studio, have a little look at some of the numbers that we were getting from it earlier on. Hybrid numbers?
Yeah, struggled a little bit with this one.
Yeah, just caught a couple a bit heavy, didn't you? So you got a few duffy ones in there, but I've taken those out. Shots 2, 3 and 5, gone.
Gone.
Okay, so we've taken your best 3 from the 6 that you've played.
Do that on the golf course.
Well, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? A couple of mulligans in there. Okay, 139.7 on an average in your ball speed off the face.
Quick for a hybrid, I think.
Not bad. You've got 1 in there at 144. I would say that's pretty quick.
Yeah.
14.9 in the launch. This is a 3 hybrid, 19 degrees, so it's not a bad launch for you.
Yeah,
you can
really trying to manage.
Yeah, absolutely. 4,000 on the spin.
I'd probably like that about 500 revs less, I think.
Yeah, 3.5 I think would be all right. 36 yards high on an average.
Quite low for me, to be fair.
Yeah,
for
and then 212 you're getting out of it.
Yeah, I'd probably expect this to be 220.
Spin is just revving you. Yeah, it's just revving up, losing that yardage because he's just possibly over spinning the club a fraction. But all in all,
good numbers.
Decent numbers.
Yeah, just struggled a little bit, that was all.
Yeah. Well, these numbers are quite impressive.
It's changed my world.
It's
a game changer.
You don't normally like hybrids.
I absolutely hate hybrids.
Do you? Well, yeah. I don't think you hate this one, because this one is performing very nicely for you. 140.6 on an average ball speed, Bernie.
Yeah, nice.
Couple out there, I mean, it's pretty consistent. I want to say a couple out there a bit longer, but it's 142. It's pretty good. Launching it at 14.9.
I was very accurate with it.
Very accurate with it, yeah. Very, very good. Spinning it at 3,655 on an average. So you're kind of like, you've got that spin just a little bit lower than what possibly Lee was getting, which is maybe giving you the extra yardage, which we're going to see right now, which is a 222 average carry.
Yeah, I like
that. That is bombing.
I will consider
putting that in the golf bag.
Putting these in my bag.
But we'll see how you get on the golf course with it first, shall we? But 37 yards high on an average.
Yeah.
So as a possible replacement for a 3-iron, is that it, or is it more 2-iron numbers?
3-iron, isn't it? That's where, I mean, I don't carry a 3-iron, so it'd be in there sort of 2-iron. Possibly even, I've got a little 5-wood in at the moment, but that's getting close to those numbers, isn't it?
Very good numbers. Numbers then for me, very similar to Leicester. I was very impressed with this hybrid. 140 on an average ball speed off the face. Launching it at 15.1, so about where I'd want to see a launch of a 3 hybrid. Spinning it at 3.9, so a little bit more spin that I was getting out of it compared to what Leicester. Very similar to what Lee was getting from his spin, so maybe just that fraction higher on the spin, but ultimately, probably from this club, I would want it to be more of a floatier club. I tend to get these hybrids that tend to go a bit too sort of low and penetrating, and I want to try and get that ball up in the air a little bit more, so maybe this club would help that. 38 yards on an average peak height, and then 218 in the carry. This club is definitely more powerful than I've had from a hybrid in the past. From the numbers, it would very much be creeping up into my 5-wood, which, if those of you have watched me play golf in the past, 5-wood is a club that I'm probably not likely to take out the bag, so I would have to control the loft on this club just that little bit more to sit into my golf bag.
Srixon ZX Hybrid Tech Talk. So first thing we want to talk about is the rebound frame. The rebound frame is on every Srixon product or wood this year, and this hybrid is no different. The rebound frame provides a more efficient transfer of energy by focusing more energy into the golf ball. The rebound frame's unique structure increases ball speed and distance on every shot, especially centre face shots. So that is there designed to reward you for a centre face shot. Tour preferred shape. So this is what Srixon are calling their tour preferred shape. And finally, it has the stepped crown as well. And this, again, like all the other products, is designed to bring weight lower into the club in order to aid ball launch and aid ball speed, just to give you that more forgiveness off the club. And that is the Srixon ZX Hybrid.
So some pretty good numbers from you in the studio there with that hybrid, Bernie. Probably a little bit nicer in the studio than what you're getting necessarily out on the golf course, you know, from the visuals and how you feel that the club is possibly performing for
I think it's just so alien to me. It just doesn't, I just don't feel confident with it in my hands because I don't hit them generally, so I'm probably not the best to test them, I wouldn't have thought. But
off a T-peg now, well, I kind of like the fact that you're testing it, because you're not a hybrid user, so you can give some feedback on somebody that doesn't really use a hybrid, and for people that are possibly, you know, might maybe want to make a change to a hybrid.
I'm so off the tee now.
T here now, but you don't use a T-peg, do you?
I've just teed it up. So the only tee I use is my driver. If I'm hitting a fairway wood, I just hit it off the deck.
Hit it off the deck. Is that because you get a bit more confidence? People do ask that.
Yeah, I do feel more confident hitting it off the ground. I also get a slightly lower flight. Generally, so yeah. So I'm just going to hit it off a nice lie.
Let's see if we can get that just above bottom groove now, okay?
Okay.
Ooh, a little heely, necky one up the right-hand side. But fairway found, just up the right-hand side there, Bernie. Didn't sound great.
No,
what was that?
It's just not hitting middle of the club, am I? Not found.
Just struggling to
I was finding it in the studio, but I just, on the golf course, I have
you
not
were
hit.
ripping it in the studio.
I've not hit a middle yet.
No, so that is, where have you caught that? A bit low and heely?
Just low and on right on the hill, yeah.
Okay.
It was further up than the last time I hit it, but
off a T-peg, we're ultimately, what we're trying to do is hit fairway. So I think you've just managed to catch the right edge of the fairway. So you could still win this, Bernie. You could still win this. Right, there's Lee, nicely teed up.
Yep, teed up. I do use hybrids, do use them off the tee, so this I'm looking forward to hitting this.
And when would you use a hybrid off the tee?
If I wanted to sort of get 200 to 220, take a little bit of danger out of the play, if there was a bunker at 230, I'd use a hybrid.
Are you using it for control, as in you're trying to like not hit drivers, you go to fairway hybrid, should we say, because you want to hit the fairway?
Yeah, I'd normally like to hit the fairway with a hybrid. If I miss a fairway with a hybrid, I'm a little bit disappointed.
Okay. So decent numbers from you in the studio.
A little bit scrappy.
Yeah.
But the ones that came out the middle and I struck well, are performing just as well as anything I've used.
That is some seriously height, and that is seriously left.
Yeah.
That was a great strike though, Lee.
Didn't really aim that one very well.
No, that was a good strike though. Feel, where did you hit it?
Came out the toe, a little bit out the toe on that one.
Okay, so you got a bit of gearing. It started left, went left. This is always my problem with hybrids.
I've always found I normally fade hybrids, which is why I end a bit left, but because I hit out the toe, it just kept going left basically.
Okay.
But sounded a little, I didn't like the sound off it.
Sound tinny.
Yeah, it just sounded a bit, and felt a bit like dead.
Okay, so it's a bit dead out the toe.
But I didn't hit it out the middle, so I can't really give much of an answer. That's what you're here for, Dan. One teed up ball, one professional golfer.
So let's see what this gets out of the I'm trying to think what this kind of looks like in comparison to any other hybrid out on the market.
I don't think it does.
No, it's kind of really got its own identity, isn't it? Like, I've not noticed
apart from
anything.
The Cleveland, which has obviously got this like
Cleveland's
high ball,
got that kind of
call it
look,
the high
hasn't
ball,
it? Yeah, but obviously it's very different because that's a matte finish and this one is a gloss finish. But yeah, it's definitely got its own identity, this one.
Good strike, out to the right.
Out the right hand side. It was a good hit, plenty of height off a tee peg like that.
Oh.
Plenty of height from there. That might have missed the fairway on the right hand side. I was actually getting some really good numbers. Like, the more I was hitting this in the studio, the more confident I was getting from it. I just felt like I could get plenty of yardage out of it. Probably running into my 5 wood, possibly too much to go in the golf bag, but to be honest with you, decent strike. Definitely not. I'm not sure about it though. I'm not sure it's giving me the sort of the sort of sound and the feel off the face that I kind of want to get from a, well, it's kind of a semi-wood really. Bernie, that is me.
That is you, yeah.
That's my shot there, and then yours is just a little bit further up in the fairway up there, and then Lee is up there. We're waving at Lee because he's looking for his golf ball. So you've basically won both of those.
Yeah.
You've gone 2-0 up, and that
I'm not a hybrid
you,
player.
and you're not a hybrid player, and you didn't hit them particularly well.
I'm slightly embarrassed, to be honest. You know when you get like a victory, but you don't really want to accept it, and it's a bit embarrassing.
You're going to have to.
Yeah,
you're going to have to take it.
I don't know if I want it or not.
You comfortably won that.
Can we edit me winning it out?
Non-hybrid
I don't feel like I should.
Wins.
Yeah, but
that should be the headline.
I'd have rather hit your shots and not one, because at least yours went in the air.
So is it a yes or a no for this one?
It's obvious what he's saying, isn't it?
Take out of the equation
tricky,
the fact that you are not a hybrid player.
It's tricky for me though. This particular one being no.
Okay. So you don't like the looks of it?
No, I actually don't mind the looks of it.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned the bottom that you thought it looked a bit cheap. I thought it looks okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So overall, I like the looks of it. But performance-wise, I don't like it. For me personally, it's a no.
Okay.
Interesting.
Lee?
Undecided. When you hit it right, it's a great club, the numbers are great. I'd have to test it more. I do like the look of it, I do like hybrids, but at the moment I'd probably not change to it if I had the opportunity.
Okay. So for me, when it comes to the retail side of things, looking down at the club, no, it's a no for me. I kind of don't dislike the Srixon and the ZX side of it there, but just the colouring, I'm not sure about that. Actually, from a profile on top, again, if we'd have lost maybe that ridge, I understand why it's in there to try and help get the ball in the air and all of those sort of designs behind it, but if it could have been a little bit sleeker and a little bit quieter on top, definitely in my eye, this club would work. Sound off the face and feel off the face, slightly tinnier, but exactly what I would expect to get from a hybrid. And to be honest with you, the way I was hitting it in the studio, it doesn't really get much better than that. It's a strong 3 hybrid. You know, at 19 degrees, I would expect a 19-degree hybrid to be going sort of around the sort of 210 mark. This was easily getting up to 220. So that for me wouldn't fit necessarily in my golf bag, but I'd like to hear what you think. Put your comments down below. Are you a Srixon player? Is this the next sort of generation club that's going to be going into your bag? Are you a hybrid player that wants to go out and test this? We'd like to hear what you have to say. Don't forget, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up if you like what you're seeing, and as always, stay safe, and we'll catch up with you again soon.